Okay, I want to talk about I don't know. Let's see. I don't. Neil the Ass Tyson keeps on coming up in my head. Um, if you're following these idiots, these science guys like Elon Musk and Neil Tyson and any of these other idiots, or if you're following government or any of the science guys, you're just as bad as these religious people. You're just as bad, if not worse, because your religion is propped up right now. Like the government supports your religion. Everybody's supporting your religion right now. Scientificism. You guys think you have all the answers. My question is, we went to the moon in 1960s. We haven't been back in over 6 years. Why? They tell you, this is what they say. They say because we don't have the technology. What do you guys think about that answer? I mean, seriously, like a thinking person, what do you guys follow all this shit? You guys believe in all this shit? But we haven't been back to the moon in 60 fucking years. I mean, 1960, guys, they didn't even have it just barely had TVs out. They just barely had TVs out. They didn't have any cell phones. It was no computers. It's all house phones. And then when those idiots they called the White House and spoke directly to the White House. You guys are so stupid. And then if you're going to sit there and you're going to go, well, they had to act like that because of the race to the moon and blah, 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 blah. So if you're going to believe that your government bamboozled you, why do you think they're telling you the truth now? You guys are so stupid, man. And I mean that literally. That is stupidity. To continue to follow somebody who just continues to lie to you. That these idiots, these supposed experts now, are saying that the Earth... Okay, so first of all, they want you to believe that everything's spinning tens of thousands of miles an hour around each other, hurtling through space at all kinds of crazy fucking speeds. Everything just happens to stay right where it's supposed to stay. Nothing's taken us out in millions of years, and we just keep on going. Just spinning through space, but somehow... during this whole time, our Earth has now turned into a pear shape. Do you know how stupid you guys have to believe that that a round object spinning at thousands of miles an hour, hurtling through space at thousands of miles an hour, with all these other gigantic objects thousands of miles an hour, turns itself into a fucking pear. Nobody notices until the scientist tells us that. And somehow keeps its trajectory all the same, and it's flipping on its axis at the same time. This is literally impossible. Guys, the stretch of the imagination is complete. It's impossible. You can't do it. It's not even... mental gymnastics will not even cover this. This is so out there. This is so far out there. You idiots, and I'm calling you guys idiots because you better start thinking. You better start thinking for yourself. What you guys are doing, you're coming off a program. You're going, oh, well, this shit's bad. I need to do something. Okay, let me look at all these experts. Let me start acquiring all this knowledge. Let me become successful in this realm. And then I'll change. I mean, you guys are out of your fucking minds, man. Out of your fucking minds. For 2 years. 2 fucking years. At the exact same time, the whole world in unison, in conjunction, together, every government together in the world, Muslim, Christian, atheist, indifferent, doesn't matter. Every government in the world locked their citizens down for 2 fucking years. They put muzzles on them. Every government. Every single government, lock in step at the same fucking time. Locked their citizens down for 2 years. Muzzled them to keep them from speaking and seeing each other, to let them know who's boss. And then attempted to every psychological trick in the book to force people to take this poison. And a lot of countries, including first world countries, turned their militaries on their protesting citizens. Because people were becoming suicidal from being locked in their homes and in the threat of death at every instant. They've already lost their livelihoods. Their jobs got shut down. They couldn't feed their families. They were locked in their homes. And a lot of these first world countries put their militaries in the streets against their citizens. After 2 years, each country slowly lifted all these lockdowns with no explanation. No fucking explanation of nothing. I'm going to get into this further because you know what? Me and my son, when this shit happened, like I said, I didn't know. I wasn't keeping up with anything. My son had told me something was going down. My buddy said, hey, you better grab some masks. Next thing I know, we're locked down, right? Well, I was scheduling my work. My work was scheduled, 2 to 3 weeks out usually. So I already had work planned. I wasn't planning around this stupid thing. So when this shit came down, me and my son went to work the next day. And guess what? There was nobody. We went to work the next months. We didn't stop working. It did not even slow us down one little fucking bit. We worked the whole time through it like nothing even happened. And guess who we saw out? The only people we saw out immediately, starting that first day, all the way through lockdowns, guess who we saw out? Starting that first day, nobody was out for like the first couple months. Nobody. It was anywhere you went, it was like a ghost town. It was like you were watching a movie of like an apocalyptic event. Guys, we went to DC 6 months later to do a job for a customer, and DC was like a ghost town. That's how crazy this shit was. So guess who? I want you guys to guess who. And my son can back me up on this because we saw it. We saw it with our own eyes, day after day after day after day after day during lockdowns. The only people out working, everybody else got shut down. The only people out working were 5G installers. At the day that lockdowns hit, every utility company had every 5G guy out there installing 5G on these utility poles. Immediately. It was the only thing happening. It was the only thing. You never heard about it. Why didn't you ever hear about it? There was never anything that went out like prior to saying, hey, we're going to be deploying hundreds of thousands of utility workers to install this 5G. They had it up so quick, it was unreal. Within a couple months, probably, they had most of the 5G everywhere. It was unreal how quickly this shit went up. It was fucking unreal. You didn't hear, I heard there was one guy that I was following on YouTube that was talking about the installation of the 5G that worked for the utility companies. I don't know. I didn't follow him too closely because, it was obvious he didn't know what was going on. He just knew something wasn't right. And anyways, yeah, I didn't follow through with him, but it doesn't even matter. Nobody else was calling it out. All you people who have friends that work for utility companies, didn't your family members that work for utility companies, were any of them like, hey, I'm working overtime. Hey, I'm working 100 hours a week. Hey, I made freaking 150 grand last year putting in 5G. Is this the first time you've heard of this? Wow. You must not be paying attention. Because we were. We were working. When all of you were hiding in your homes, we were working. Guess what we saw? The only people we saw out working besides other construction workers. And at the first couple months, there were no construction. Everybody was scared to death. Everybody was scared to death. Me and my son went out every fucking day like it was normal. Like nothing happened because nothing happened. Except for they were putting 5G up on every fucking pole. Ask yourself that. Why were they putting 5G up on every fucking pole? I don't think this has anything to do with the virus. I think it has everything to do with frequencies. I think that's why all the sickness is happening, because they switched over to 5G and they got all them 5G fucking frequencies running everywhere, making everybody sick. Look up Havana syndrome. Dude, they got these fucking... I'm not even going to go into it. Where was I at? Let me not get distracted. There's just so many things. Like, I can't believe you guys still think your government is going to allow you to become successful and do anything and change anything. You're out of your fucking mind. You're not going to change the game. Fucking stupid, man. Wake the fuck up, guys. Wake the fuck up. Quit your idol worshiping. You guys worship so many idols. You worship these scientists. You worship these fucking political people. You worship this money system. And all of it keeps you enslaved and tells you you're not good enough. That you need to work harder. And I'm sitting here telling you it's all a distraction and it's all bad for you. And that really the only thing matters is that you let go of all that shit and work on yourself and do your inner work. And it's free. And it's freeing. And it allows you to realize that there's no authority over you. But you guys hate that shit. You guys don't want to hear that shit. You guys don't want to hear that. You would rather work your dicks off, break your backs, work your dicks off, crush your family, crush everybody just to make an almighty dollar and act like you're going to change something when you ain't changing shit. You're a scared little bitch is what you are. That's exactly, just like all these religious motherfuckers, you're a scared little bitch. That's exactly what you are. Don't play. Don't act like you're so smart. Fuck, are you kidding me? You think you got all this knowledge? Bullshit. You ain't got shit. You got a bunch of fucking numbers that somebody fucking threw at you and you memorized. You got a bunch of little quotes and facts that somebody fucking threw at you and you memorized. That's all you got. That shit changes constantly. This world is a paradoxical, cock-sucking piece of shit. Everything you find to prove one thing one way, you'll find just as much to prove the other thing the other way. It's fucking horse shit. You guys are in love with your knowledge. You're in love with it. It's your religion. The acquirement of knowledge is your religion, and guess what? It's all vanity. It's all vanity. You can sit here and virtue signal and act like you're playing this game because you want to change the world. But you're not. You're playing this game because that's all you've ever known, and you're scared to fucking death to do anything different. Because you've never had an authority figure tell you it's okay to do something different. Because you're ballless and spineless. This goes for anybody following any kind of authority. Any kind of authority system. Richard, what's the answer then? I told you what the fucking answer is, dipshit. Heal. You have all the answers. My answer to you is heal. You'll find all the answers yourself. I don't have your answer other than heal. We went to the moon in the 60s. I've been back in 60 years, and you cocksuckers act like they're going to Mars. You guys think they're going to Mars. There's not one true picture of the Earth from space. They're all CGI. There is zero proof for space, and you guys just keep eating it up. They're getting ready to merge everybody with AI, guys. Once they merge you with AI, they don't have to take you physically to space. They're gaslighting the shit out of you dumb motherfuckers. The most dangerous of you are the ones who think you're so smart with all this fucking knowledge. You guys are so fucking deep in this shit. That's dangerous. That's how I was with the Christian religion, guys. I've read everything. I got off on reading Christian apologetics when I was young. Hundreds and thousands of pages of Christian apologetics. I was the same way. Anything to defend my belief system. Anything to defend my programming. Anything to defend my point of view and stance in life. You're not going to go. You're putting chains, more and more chains on yourself. You're chaining yourself down to a sinking ship. These cocksuckers are going down, bud. They're going down. This shit isn't. They can't keep this charade up. The only thing they can do is, because people are becoming awake. They're either becoming awake and aware and facing this shit, or they're becoming more and more complacent and more and more uploaded into this programming that this system is created for them. And they're defending it. That's what I'm saying. That's how you're going to be able to start telling true people, true humans, by their humanity. You're either going to be defending this fucking nasty, stupid shit against other humans, or you're going to understand that other humans see a complete flaw in the lies and all this shit, and you're going to start trying to unprogram yourself. They can tell you guys anything. You'll believe anything. You don't need it. You will literally believe any fucking thing. This cocksucker thinks he's telling you he's going to take you to Mars. You guys are so far out of your fucking gourds. You guys are so far out of your fucking gourds. And who do you think is even going to get a chance to go to Mars, you dumb fucks? Don't you think that's going to be reserved for the richest 1% of the world? You really think they're going to let you poor cocksuckers fucking fly to Mars? Man, you guys are so far out there, man. You guys have no common sense. You're not thinking for yourself. You're thinking from programming. You're thinking from a program. That's all you're doing. You're just a parrot. You're repeating shit. You haven't thought for yourself in probably forever. You're in trouble, man. You're in trouble because the more you defend and do that shit, the more you're putting the shackles on yourself. See, they don't have to defend themselves. They don't have to fucking prove anything. They got people like you fucking useful idiots out there. They have people like you who will defend to the death anything that they say. So they don't have to defend anything. They don't have to prove anything. They have you useful idiots who will defend to the death against their family and friends anything that these governments and institutions and programs put out. And you guys see nothing wrong with it. This shit makes you mad when you hear this shit. That's how far up your ass your head is buried. You better start thinking about it. It's all a game. It's all a charade. That Elon Musk character, none of that's his money. That motherfucker, what do you think he is? Willy Wonka? You think you guys act like, man, you guys grew up on TV. That's your problem. You grew up on TV. You don't know the real world. You don't know how the real world operates. You're used to breads and circuses. You're used to entertainment. Because to look for people of my generation or somebody who grew up out in the woods without the influence of a screen their whole life, can look at somebody like a character like Elon Musk and go, that motherfucker is no more real. I might as well turn on a soap opera. I might as well turn on a TV show because that motherfucker is no more real than Willy Wonka. He runs around like Willy Wonka. It's the weirdest fucking thing. I'm like, this guy's nothing but a religious cult leader. He doesn't know shit. He doesn't know anything. He's not building any businesses. He's not fucking revolutionizing anything. He's using your money, your tax money, that Uncle Sam gladly has given him billions upon billions upon billions of it to do whatever failed programs he wants to do and continues to do. And now they're giving him billions of dollars to pour in this program to go to Mars that nobody's ever going to Mars. You guys are out of your fucking minds. You guys are crazy. You all are crazy, man. You guys are so lost that you guys don't even believe your own eyes. You know that? You could see something, and then these cocksuckers could tell you and set the narrative for what you see, and you just go right along with it and disregard exactly what you see with your own eyes. You guys are so lost. I don't have a minute for any of you that want to sit here and quote all these experts and go, well, you know, Elon Musk said this, and Neil deGrasse Tyson said this, and President Biden said that everything's going to be okay. You guys are stupid, ignorant fools, and you need to wake up. You guys are, let me say it again, you all are stupid, ignorant fools, and you need to wake up. Start using your own discernment. Start using your own critical thinking. Start your healing. Recognize the fucking programs that you were put on at birth and since then. And that's why you're defending all these idiots.